we shouldn't have Christmas lights on anymore. Let's get rid of those.
And the snow coming back on.
Snow's coming back on. There we go.
We're not taking the snow off.
We're not taking the snow off yet.
No, we're keeping it for 2 nights.
No, we'll keep it for tonight. Yeah, but I think we will take it off at some point. Hello, Miss M. Happy New Year to you.
Yes.
I hope you are good.
Ow!
No, that's Miss M says Happy New Year, Daryl.
Hi.
You say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Careful, please. Thank you.
And we
See, look, you've leant on it and it's gone all weird. Because you leant on it, because you don't listen.
And we've got a dog kind of lying down in her bed, which she always does. Yeah, kind of.
I'm very jealous of the dog that she gets to always lie in her bed. I want to lie in my bed.
But Mum can't.
Happy New Year, Vic. How you doing, sweetheart?
Happy New Year, Vic.
No, that's Vig. Vic's. It's Mrs. Vic.
Hi, Mrs. Vic.
Oh, hi, Doc. How you doing?
Hi, Doc.
I've just printed up relevant pages. Ready for midnight.
Can I have...
Could you go into the lounge and pick up that purple yarn that's fallen on the floor?
Okay, and
what are you doing? Because my bag's right behind you. That's it.
I know.
You know the one I mean, don't you?
Yes, I do.
I'm so glad you do a 72 stitch version as well.
Mummy had a purple yarn
And I was
already.
like, oh shit, I've got no plain purple yarn picked out. And I even went and checked my video that I did. And I put under A, just that I was doing your pattern. But I didn't pick a yarn. And most of my yarn is, you know...
This one?
multicoloured and whatever. And then I found this ball, which I'm really, really pleased I found. Because it's a really, 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 really fucking gorgeous purple. And it's really nice yarn. I don't even know what this is, where it came from, what brand it is, or anything like that. But it is, and it's a lot darker than it looks on camera. It is like plum, 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 plum.
Wow.
So I'm quite excited to...
Can I have some kisses, please, YouTube? Can I smell it?
It smells really clean considering that it's been in a bag for fucking ages.
Oh,
So yeah, it's like, it is mega dark, but it's a really squishy yarn. So this is gonna...
I want square.
Shut up! Shut up! Thank you. So I think this is gonna make really, really nice socks. So this is gonna be cast on for your thing. Yeah, I know you can say it, but I prefer to print it out. So I've printed out the 72 stitch bit on the setup instructions, cuff, gusset, heel turn, foot, toe, and then the charts A, B, C and D, and I assume that's all I need other than the key to know what each thing means.
I've got
Which I'm sure I can figure out if I need to.
I've got a name for that.
If I go to Pinterest project, you can save the last pattern for free.
I've got a name for yarn. It's purple.
I don't want a name for it. I just,
This one's turning into socks.
So that will be my cast on at midnight.
Can I have some kisses?
Right, can we have kisses so that I can get rid of him? Hello, Mikey, darling.
Hi, Mikey.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. 21. Wow. That's quite going to be hard.
Right, Daryl's going to bed now.
Bye,
So
Mum.
if Chat gives him kisses, I can get rid of him.
I want kisses.
Cheers. I have, if you're interested, some mail to open. Yeah, I prefer patterns that are all chart rather than a shitload of writing. Look at that, kisses and lippies and all sorts. My keyboard over there. I have hang on. Let's get the other camera involved in this.
Kisses.
I have a sticky club to open, which if you've watched Els, then you've probably already seen that. Mine came really, really late. I also have
a giant parcel.
I have, for the first time ever, subscribed to Birchbox.
Birchbox?
It was an offer on Facebook and I went for it. So I've got no idea what's in here. I think there's makeup in here.
No.
But I'll open these if anybody's interested.
And that.
Just for a nose, really? More than anything else? I love looking at other people.
Where's the yarn?
Leave the yarn alone.
So where's been...
Right, everybody say goodnight to you now. So you can say goodnight and
Huggy.
go.
Okay. More kisses.
No, you're not climbing.
Oh, I got
No, you can... Right, you can hug and off you go. Bye.
Bye.
Kiss. See you later.
Love
Shoo.
you.
Love you too.
We're spinning with Mummy today.
No, we're knitting with Mummy today.
We're knitting with Mummy
We're
today.
knitting with Mummy today. Mummy looks like absolute crap, but there we go.
And if Elle comes...
So I think this was the Christmas sticky kit. So what, Daryl?
Shout out to me if Elle comes.
Yeah,
and
I will let you know if
ask
Elle
her-
comes. Yes.
And ask her for the Christmas yarn balls and the real yarn.
Go on, shoo, child. But this should be my last one because I've cancelled it after today because I haven't actually used my stickers yet. So these are little post-it notes. Those are cute. You get a little bone paper clip, which I'm sorry, but when you actually like, everybody raves about these. Love you too. Good night. But when you actually stick it in place, it looks quite rude. Yes. So there we go. You get a couple of nice little sort of stickers in there. These are for sticking on the actual things themselves. Go to bed, Daryl. These all seem to be related to pugs and dogs. I was expecting something a little bit Christmassy, to be honest, but there we go. I guess not. Whole little set of puggy stickers. Oh. Erection? Yes, it does look a bit erect, doesn't it? So little puggy stickers. Blue bean for the sticky club. Oh, these look like little plasters. These are cute. These are rather cute. Oh, there's washi stickers as well. That's cool. First time I've seen those in this. So yeah, that's the sticky club. And I must admit, I've been collecting these for 4 months or so and I haven't used any of them yet. Hi Hellforged, how you doing? Hope you're good. Yeah, and then I got this Birchbox. Like I say, I saw this online. It's on Facebook, I think. And I went, oh, why the fuck not? Because it's a bit annoyed though, because I got it for 40% off. And then the very next day, it was 50% off. But I got a 3-month subscription, so I thought, you know what? Let's have a good goosey. You're allowed to how you are in 2.5 seconds. Your phone is dying. Oh no. Oh no. Countdown to midnight. I've not had one of these before. And I've not seen like how much you get in here other than the adverts online. So you get this little booky thing. With stuff in it. Oh, I guess it tells you what's inside. Cool. This is going to be fun. I have never, ever in my life used these. I have no idea how you use them. They look painful. So I guess I'm probably going to be selling those on to anybody who is interested. What we got? We've got some little eyeshadow, little mini eyeshadow palette. Ooh, my colours completely. That's really cool. Like that a lot. Give you a second, you need to get back into bed. Get into bed, love. What's this? Charcoal exfoliating and cleansing pad. Well, that might be good. A black pad containing fine charcoal powder to effectively remove heavy makeup and impurities from pores without irritating the skin. Awesome. Go to bed. What's this? Woohoo! Eyeliner in a pen. Cool. I don't wear eyeliner that often, but that is one thing that I am. Hydrating hand sanitizer. I like that. It's thin. It'll fit in a pocket. That is groovy. What do I do? Do I just squeeze it or do I have to turn it? The spray. Oh, it's a spray. Oh, I'm glad mine came in. Oh, you just press it. Well, I wouldn't say it smells any better than any other hand sanitizer, but there you go. And dry instant volumizing spray for one's hair. So I guess I'm going to be passing that on to my daughter because a bit pointless for dreads, really. So yeah, nice. Do you know what? Actually, that wasn't bad. I think I paid, was it less than 20 quid for 3 months for a 3-month membership? And I'll definitely use the eye makeup and the hand sanitizer, and I get a cute bag out of it. I'm not too keen on colour. Like I say, curler things for your eyeliner. I've never used those. I wouldn't even know where to begin with those. They look awfully sore. You look like they pull your eyelashes out. Right. Now, I am going to sterilize my hands because hand sanitizers dry it the fuck out. So, how is everybody? Do you have plans for the new year? I don't really. Too much shit going on. Excuse me, just one moment. That was my keep your ass in your fucking bed. Right, so what are we doing? Well, we're knitting because, you know, why the fuck not, really? Why the fuck not? You're sat eating pizza. Vic is apparently streaming to see the new year in, so you guess you're stitching later. Late night then. Well, I'm on my own, except for Daryl, who's now in bed. So it was sort of like, well, what am I going to do? And I was sitting watching TV and I thought, you know what, I could be in the other room chatting away, provided people chat to me. Otherwise I sit here and I'm like, you know what, that snow's actually winding me up. I'm going to turn it off. There you go. Sort of like, you know, I get a bit when I've got to carry the conversation. So you're going to be eating special brownies. Mikey has special brownies. They're awesome. So I'm working on this and it's coming out really well. I'm really pleased with it. And what I love about it is that it's all knits and pearls. There's no, even though I do love a good cable, who doesn't love a good cable? But this is awesome. This is for my grandbaby. So that's the bottom right hand panel. That's the middle panel. It's supposed to be a rubber ducky. Doesn't look very rubber duckery, but there you go. Should have been thinner there in my opinion, but you know, whatever. And then just like little like blocks. And now we are on bees going in the middle. Got a sailboat and a star. So yeah, I need my clickery thing. So yeah. I've got a drink and I thought, well, what should we do? I'll go on and say hi to everybody. Sorry about the noise, the baby monitor's on so that I can keep an eye on His Majesty. Let's turn the volume off. Then I don't need to. So, for those of you that I haven't spoken to, did you have a good Christmas? What did you get up to? Was it interesting? And all of that. give me the goss. I've had a weird day online. Like, I don't know. I obviously appeal to the older gentlemen because I've had 3 blokes try to add me on Facebook and Instagram today, and they're all like older. I obviously look like an old fat man's dream or something because they're all old fat men, and I'm like, you've already had a brownie and we'll continue to have brownies throughout the night. You go, and I hope it's a fantastic night as well. I could do with a brownie or 3. I'm going to have to move that young because it's not pulling very well. Christmas was good for the 2nd year in a row. You weren't sick. You weren't. Oh, you wasn't sick, but you were going to have an earthquake because that's when you went to every year for the last 35 years. Deathly ill over Christmas. Oh no. My son's like that. My son gets ill every single year over winter. And he was so ill one year, and we went to visit a friend of mine. It was Christmas Eve. And we drove up there, and it was several hours drive, and we got there, and we went in, and she was like, you staying for dinner, blah, blah. I said, yeah, go on then, we'll stay. And after about an hour, Alex had been sat in the corner, and he hadn't been chatting with any of the other kids, and he was just like, miserable as fucking sin. He's one of those that when he's ill, he's grumpy as... grumpy as fuck. And I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you? And all of a sudden he burst into tears. I feel so ill, Mum. I've got a sore throat. I'm not hungry. Well, oh, God, So we ended up plying him with squash and bowl of soup and that because he was like, I'm hungry, but I can't eat anything because my throat hurts so much, and he just felt so crap. And I was like, why don't you say so before we drove 3 hours to fucking get here, you plank, So, yeah, that was one Christmas where he was quite ill. And he's contacted me today and he's like, I'm going to have to go and get a test. And I said, why? You're not, Why? You're not symptomatic. I know you said you felt a bit ill. And he was like, well, he said, where because he worked Christmas Eve. He did security in a local pub, and he was like, I've been told there's been a couple of cases. So for fuck's sake. And for the past couple of days, he has been feeling a bit ill. The only symptom he's got that seems to relate is a high temperature. So he's like, I'm going to have to go and get a fucking test done before I'm allowed to go back to work. Lovely. But I check wow up in my socials today. Oh, but Dork, if you could see them. I mean, I'm nothing, Yeah, I just think it's his regular winter flu, though, Miss M. Do you know what I mean? It's his regular, I'm going to feel like crap and, get a cold and all of that lot. And he's a typical, he's a typical man. When he's ill, he is, and, the world is ending and all of that lot. But, of course, for work purposes, he's going to have to go and get a test. Plus the fact that he shares a house with a couple of vulnerable people. So he's going to have to go and get one done for everybody. It's, I got to use the filter. Okay. Hi, Nelly. Happy New Year, honey bun. Have you had a good week? I'm sorry I haven't been on. I'm sorry I wasn't on yesterday, but I seem to be suffering a bunch of cluster type migraines. I'm just going to go down a little bit. Oh, there you go. Yes, so do I. I seem to be fighting cluster migraines because I basically come out of one and go into another one. Yeah. And I just generally feel like absolute shite, to be honest. So I didn't come online last night. Not only that, but I don't actually have a journal to journal in. Yeah. My journal at the moment looks like this. Because I don't have enough pages to actually make my 2021 book. So I've ordered some more paper and that's on its way. And then when I get it, I will sew the book together. And I said I would do it on stream because I was like, I really don't get how you make a book. So I'm going to do it on stream so she can see. And I haven't even done my January 2021 setup yet. So I need to do that before I can actually get on and do any journaling in here. I also need to make my junk journal for next year. Or for the beginning of next year. So, yeah. It's my son, the security guard. He's been feeling a bit for the past few days. He's got a bit of a temperature, headache, sore throat, a bit dizzy. I think he's just got flu, but he's also been told that he has been exposed because when he worked Christmas Eve, there were apparently a couple of people in the pub who have since been tested positive, so... Thing is, he says he feels better today than he did a couple of days ago. It's literally been like 2 days, so I don't know, we'll see. Because if he's got it, that means like we're all in isolation, which is going to drive us all mad. My daughter's got a scan booked in like 10, 11 days. And it's the only one that I'm allowed to go for because we're paying for it. Because her husband is her birthing partner, he's the one that's been going to all the scans. So if we have to cancel because of this, I should be fucking pissed. Really pissed. My last night on the sauce, as it were. Because we're going healthy tomorrow, people. We are going to do it. I've still got me exercises to do. Right. We are on row 21. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Well, yes, I know. I know a lot of that is the coke and all that lot. So, right. So has everyone else had a good week? Did you and Frankie have a good Christmas, Mikey? If you're back and haven't left me. Phone call? Okay, sweetheart. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15. So come on, what you all been up to? See you all sitting there and chat. Very envious of your kitchen, Miss M. It's a very nice big. You finished stuffing your face. I had kebab. Because I was like, if I'm going to have a major blowout. Do you know what I mean? Like, if this is my last night and I'm going healthy as of tomorrow, I'm going for broke here. So I had a fuck off great big kebab with chips, and I've got vodka and coke on the go, and I've got enough vodka and coke to get me through the evening, and then we'll get on with it tomorrow. There's no cake left. That's all been eaten. So yeah, you're putting your pants on. Well, I hope you're dressed now. I mean, how rude. You've not been doing much at all. Was Christmas you were with your dad, weren't you? Was that okay? Did you have a good day? Right. It came with the house. I would hope so. Knitting, working on that pattern, cleaning, cooking, playing Sims and talking to the distraction is pretty much the last few days for you. Well, the pattern looks very nicely written, babe. And you do your heel exactly the same way I do. Except I go maybe a few more stitches on row 2 of the heel turn. But other than that, that's absolutely fine. I assume, mainly because I'm too lazy to pull the fucking key up, that is a knit through the back a loop or something. You spent it apart, it was nice and quiet, just nice to spend time with it. I bet it was. And that's a little mini crossover stitch, yeah? The only suggestion so far, just by looking at it, Dork, is that I would maybe put a key on, you know, because this is blank space. I would maybe repeat the key here to save people, being as you've done a 64, a 72 and a whatever other sizes you've done on this blank space. I would maybe just copy the key onto it, because you've got lazy ass people like me that are going to print out the pages they want and then go, well, what the fuck does that mean? Knit through back a loop. Yellow ones you have to drop the stitch. Ooh, is this stitch dropping? Oh, awesome! That's going to be fun. So is the blank one no stitch then? Or is it just a plain knit? Oh yeah, I see. Knit pearl. Alright, yeah. Knit pearl. Yeah, it's just a suggestion. It just makes sense to me. That's the toe. Okay, fine. Ooh. Oh dear me. Excuse me. Yeah, looks like fun. So when you're the surgeon in your program, you're usually the quietest room in the hospital because you like to be able to think. Well, other surgeons are blasting rock and roll. I've seen that on Grey's Anatomy. And anybody makes noises or talks about things that have nothing to do with the task at hand, you go into a fit of rage. You're known as the Queen of Hearts. One of your friends bought you a t-shirt as Marilyn Monroe's. Awesome! Oh, that is so cool. Have you got a photo? Can you PM it to me? That is awesome! Love it! That's really cool. I bought all of my kids. And I made them open them at the same time. I gave out all the presents and I kept these last presents back. And so they, you know, we all opened in turn. I made my mum go first this year, and then Daryl went, and then it was my eldest. Then it was I think Alex, and then Callie and Rob, and then Matt, and then me. And then I said, right, I said after before I opened mine, I said I actually have one more present for everybody. Hi Mary, how you doing? And I was like, but the difference is I want you to all open these all at once. So oh, you messaged me on Instagram. So I that's freaking awesome. Look at the t-shirt Miss M got. That's brilliant. So I ordered these t-shirts and they all opened them up. And they're all black t-shirts. And every single one says, I'm the favourite child. Except Rob's. That's my son-in-law. And his says, I'm an awesome son-in-law to an absolutely great mother-in-law. And yes, she bought me this t-shirt. So the whole family was wearing these same t-shirts all over Christmas. It was really good. So, yeah. Cool t-shirts. Yeah. Got it, wouldn't you? My mum spent Christmas Day watching Some Like It Hot. Tony Curtis. Did love Tony Curtis. He was a bit of alright, wasn't he? It's coming well, yeah. It's I'll show you in a sec. I'll get to the end of this row. It's nice and easy to do, you know. It's almost mindless, really. I'll double check the pattern, mainly because if I did it off the top of my head, I would make a silly mistake here or there. And I don't want to do that. Children are so destructive. Get a bit warm now. Time to strip. Ugh. How you doing there, Mary? You alright? Keep thinking about doing one of those temperature blankets, but I know I would forget and then it would get relegated to the bottom of the pile and I just wouldn't get on with it. Good, good. Yeah, this is it so far. I'm almost halfway through it actually now, which is good. So, yeah, it's nice easy knit. No, you knit it all in one go. You'd started wanting to, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, do you dedicate some time every day to it? Or do you sort of do like a chunk in one go? And also, what temperature range do you do? Because the ones that I've always seen, people are doing them in like 10-degree brackets. And I'm like, but here the weather doesn't... Awesome. The weather doesn't change that much, you know? So I'm curious as to how other people do it. Hi, Rita. You did 5-degree brackets. Yeah. I just wouldn't get it done, you know. And to be honest, I don't really need any more blankets. And I'd forget to check the temperature or something, you know. No, but that's it, isn't it? I think I would want to break it down to about 2 degrees or something. Hang on. I've got it. Where the fuck is Discord? There it is. You just... Alright, okay. Where? Oh, there it is. Oh, come on, Discord, wake up. Yeah, that's the one I've seen. But it's not... when it opens. So this is the one that that I've seen, but the what's that? 23 to 32 Fahrenheit, -5 to 0. 1 to 6. Yeah. See, I think I'd probably break it down even more, because that's still a good 5 degrees difference, isn't it? You know. But I don't know. Yes, I know. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe I could. I think a temperature blanket would be really nice to make for next year, you know? And then to give it to Nathaniel on his first birthday or something. Or start it on the day he's born. That would be really good, wouldn't it? His whole first year in temperatures. Mom, yeah? No, Elle's not coming, baby. What? No, she's not in chat. Today? No, she's not in my chat. Go to bed. Go on, shoo. Yeah, that might be a really good idea. I might have to make a note of that. In fact, I'm going to do that now. Make a note in my journal, because otherwise I will forget. It's due April, so I'm going to put it in there. What colour should I put it in? Nathaniel's going to need his own colour. But for now, he can go in pink. There you go. Start a temperature blanket. Yeah. Yeah. That might be quite good. But then it makes it a unique gift, doesn't it? I'll just have to decide what colours to do it. Yeah, hang on, I will when I get to the end of the row and can stretch it out. Okay, Mary, take it easy. Thank you, sweetheart. You too. been one of those days, you know, those roller coaster type days where you hit just about every feeling on the spectrum, really, don't you? You know, and that was just this morning. So then we got dressed and we were like, right, we're going to go for a walk now. And we went down past the park, and Daryl says to me, "Can we go to see Stuart? That's the cemetery where Stuart's ashes are buried." So I was like, "Yeah, okay." For those of you who don't know, Stuart is Daryl's stepfather. So I said, "Yeah, okay." Big mistake. We got in there and he starts chatting away, and I lost it. I stood there for about 10 minutes bawling. Oh God. Got to my mum's, bawled all over my mum. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, get it all out of the way and done with, eh? It's been one of those months so far. Oh, it was just, yeah. I got so much family drama and shit going on at the moment. And it's just, tempers are running high in some quarters, and of course I'm the safe place, so everybody shouts at me. So then I go off and I bawl it. Oh well. Never mind, eh? Yes. Kept the 2 gold ones, but they're purple now. I was very lucky because my appointment was yesterday, and I managed to get in yesterday. And funny enough, she said to me, "I'm just waiting to hear what Boris says." And I think a couple of my friends have been hacked, and yeah, that was the result. I have had the purpley blue before, but I love it. Looks like a couple of people on my Facebook have been hacked. Why would I say they've been hacked? Because I've received the exact same link from them. http techobc.com/wow/n equals and then their name followed by some random letters. So yeah. Let's see if anybody's written on their wall. One of the people that's been hacked is my son. I said, "You've been hacked." He went, "Really? Oh shit. That means new Facebook account then." I said, "Just change your password, you dick." So assuming you didn't send me that link. Yeah, I'm assuming that they've been hacked then. Oh, the other person says no, she thinks she did it. My dog is snoring. These little... Is she snoring? She's doing okay, for anybody who's interested. After taking a flying leap off the sofa. Yeah, right. Those that haven't seen it. So when it's out, you've got ABC goes in like a diagonal like that. There's going to be like a little sailboat here. And then these little building blocks up in the top right corner. There's a little rubber ducky there. B will be there. And then above that is a love heart, I think. There's a star here. A will be above that. So, yeah. So when it's done, it will be quite, you know, it'll be quite massive, really, once it's stretched out. But I'm only doing it in acrylic yarn because then my daughter hasn't got to worry about farting around, washing it and blocking it every time it gets spat on or puked on or pooped on or whatever else. She can just chuck it in the machine and give it a good wash. But it's so squishy. It's really nice. So we are on row 23. It's gonna get that way, I think, Willie. I normally sit with stuff balanced on the table or in my lap anyway, but I think it is going to get a bit cumbersome by the time I get to the end. So yeah, I'm using ChiaoGoo, 4.5mm needles, circs. So I always knit on circs. That's great because it is literally just a combination of stocking stitch and garter stitch. So you're not doing anything other than knitting and purling, and a little bit of counting, and Bob's your uncle. Oh, God, it's awfully warm in here now. Whew. Quite flashed. I'm so fed up because I've always struggled with looking quite pale. I know I don't at the moment, I look quite flushed. Hormones, love, hormones. But it's been worse since I went grey. Because I have such pale lips, right? I'm quite... The psoriasis isn't helping, but when I mean, just to give you an idea of what it's like. If the light would fuck off and the snow would fuck off. I mean, that's, you know. But I'm quite monotone. My lips tend to blend too much with my face. And I'm really shit with makeup. I don't, you know, and I never know what colours suit me or, you know, what I should use. And I always tend towards browns because, you know, browns go with everything. But I never know, you know. And then I look at myself, because I do it all and I think, yeah, that looks nice. And then I look at photos or video of me later. Like I looked at a video of me on Christmas and I was like, oh, love, you look like shit, you know. You was having a hot to do. So you had to put the fan on. Trouble is the radiator's right over there. So I think that's... I turned it up earlier because it was quite warm. Quite cold, rather. And now I'm like a bit warm. So, yeah. And I'm looking at this girl on the Twitch homepage right now. She's got the most amazing blue hair. I mean, look at her. Like, amazing blue hair. And really nice makeup. Although, I think the pink blush is a bit too much for my liking. But there you go. I look like that at the moment. with the flashiness. And I get so jealous. So I'm like, you bought fans off Amazon. Look like headphones. Oh yeah, I've seen those. Yeah, and they fan up to your face. Do you have blue hair? I had blue hair once. I looked fucking cool. I wonder if I can find it. I looked fucking cool because it's before I had dreads, and my hair was a bit longer as well, sort of down to there. And it was blue in sunlight and purple in artificial light. It was really good. It was a manic panic hair dye, and I loved it. It was really, really cool. When my internet decides to play. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can find the picture. Hang on. It should be on Facebook. Photos of me. Lots of photos of me on my Facebook. You always do crazy coloured hair. I'd love to do that. I'm too fucking lazy. You know? Due to how actual white it is on top now, as soon as my roots start to grow in, it just looks ridiculous. So I'm kind of like, ugh, I can't be bothered. My God, this is going to take forever to scroll through. I have a lot of photos. Your bestie's a hairdresser. Oh, that's just cheating. That is just cheating, love. I had bright red dreads at one point. Like, I'm talking fire engine red, which Miss L will remember. Hang on, I'll pull that one up. This was like the day we did it. That's me and my daughter. We were going out to dinner. And yes, they were that fucking red. And the next day I went to a yarn show. Yeah, we did her hair purple and mine red. I went to a yarn show. And when I come back from the yarn show, I washed it and it went fucking orange. Like, I'm talking mega orange. But it's usually black or purple, my hair. And I actually posted on Facebook the other day that I was toying with the idea of dyeing my hair again. And she put, "Don't you fucking dare, I'm not going to help you." Because I normally make her do it. But I really miss, not even wild colours, I just miss having darker hair. It suited my face better. Grey does not suit my face. Or I don't think it does anyway. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you rock the grey dreads," and I'm like, I just look old and tired, I think. It depends on how you do it. You have to be really, really careful. Okay, you want to see some funny ones? Let's pull up. This was after playing with a set of those curling tongue things. This was before dreads, this was, people. Look at that. That was when it was like mega short. Yeah, the hair dropped immediately though. Oh, there you go. That was all natural with no dreads. That was my natural colour as well. That was very, very, very drunk at a party once. Where is the blue? Oh my god, this is our party. This is. God, this has only gone back fucking like a couple of years. I need to find the photos of me extremely fucking drunk. Why does it load like 2 rows at a time? Daryl, 8:30. And after all that, it's not there. Fuck. It'd be under. Love you too, baby. Night night. Oh, good lord, I'm gonna be here forever. Good night, YouTube. Nothing. Go to bed. Let's try that one. I know it's on Facebook somewhere. Ah, there it is. There you go. That's me with blue hair. And I was standing in the conservatory because it was blue in the conservatory, but then when I went inside, it would go like purple because artificial light made it purple. Yeah. Yeah, it was awesome and I loved it. But I can't find the colour nowadays. It's Ultraviolet by Manic Panic. If you're interested and you can find it. My hair's been so different over the years. Dear me. Yeah, I loved it. Really, really loved it. But I mean, my favourite when I started doing my dreads, I loved when my hair looked like this. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. It's not going to let me. Can I zoom in? What?
My puppets are in my bag. I'll get them.
Okay, take your bag upstairs.
That be up there. I'm going to turn my light on and get them.
Okay, go on then. Oh, I can't figure out how to zoom it. Yeah, I could, because that is only what's the colour? It's like deep plum or something. And it's a box hair dye. It's just doing it every few... It would have to be done like once a month. And I'm like... And the issue I've got as well is I don't have a shower. So it's all got to be done in the bathtub. And leaning over that bathtub is a fucking nightmare. What am I doing? I mean, lengthwise, it wouldn't take that long until they're that long again anyway, you know, because they grow quite quick. I mean, in February, these were all about, you know, literally about that short in February. And I had extensions this year. And then I took the extensions out a couple of weeks ago. But I've still got my original dark extensions. So if I dyed my hair back to a dark colour, I could put my dark extensions back in, which is my hair, my actual hair. And I would have long dark dreads again. Got her? Okay, night then. Love you. But it's the keeping up with the dyeing. Night. That's what puts me off. Okay. I'm looking at Daryl, he's just got into bed and the cat's on his pillow. And my cat, she's funny. She and I don't get on very well. She well, we do as long as I feed her and fuss her every now and then, but don't demand that she sits on my lap. You know, she doesn't want to sit. She's a man's cat. She loves men. She's not that keen on women. But she has taken to sleeping on the back of my chair up until yesterday. And I've got a recliner chair that I sit in because of my back. And she was sat on the back of my chair and I was sitting there. And I got up to go to the loo. So I put the seat forward. And she starts snarling and hissing at me. I was like, the fuck is your issue? Because that's what she's like. She can be a bit funny. And it took us a couple of seconds to realise that as I'd put my seat bit down, I'd caught her tail against the wall. So now she hates me again. I'm just like, oh, I give up. So she's taken to sleeping on Daryl's pillow again. And it's so funny because a year ago she didn't really tolerate him that well. But then all of a sudden she's just decided that, you know, he's male and I love him. And she'll walk up to him and demand fusses. He's in there now playing on his bed and she's having a wash. And he leans around and strokes her and she's like, yeah, all right then. I got a photo of him sat on the chair. And he sat like on the forward edge of the chair, eating his dinner, and he's distractedly reaching round behind him. And behind him is the cat curled up in the space behind him with this dopey ass fucking look on her face while he's, you know, not even watching. He's watching the TV and patting her on the head. It's just like, oh my God. Yeah. Stupid animal. So yeah, cat's not talking to me again now. And I'm really pissed off about that because I gave her chicken for dinner. I do everything for that cat and she just tolerates me. But she used to be my sister's cat. Because I grew up in this house. For those of you that don't know, this is my house. I grew up in this house. And when I was 16, I was 15. Let's be honest here. When I was 15, I got pregnant. My son was born 3 months after my 16th birthday. And then I had 3 more kids in quite quick succession. And I ended up with 4 kids by the time I hit 21. Alex was born February. I turned 21 in June. And we deemed that this house was just not big enough. It was a 3-bed house with a lounge and a dining room and a very, very, very small kitchen. And I could have made it work if I'd stayed, but I already knew there was something with my eldest, and, you know, it was hard work, you know, and it was only several years later I found out he was autistic, hence the hard work. And I could have made it work, but it would have been fucking hell, you know. Yeah, I was a young mum. It you know, it's just, no. So we bought the big house. I moved into the big house in 1998 when Alex was just about to turn 2. So I had a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old and a 6-year-old, I think it was, by that point. So we moved down there. 5-bedroom house. Awesome. You know, 4 to 5 bedrooms, 2 to 3 reception rooms, however you wanted to do it. So I turned upstairs into their area. You know, upstairs there was 4 bedrooms, bathroom and a separate toilet. That was fine. Downstairs was the lounge, my bedroom, dining room and a kitchen. I later had the dining room and the kitchen knocked into one to become a big kitchen diner, which is, we still have Christmas dinner in there today. And then you had like the downstairs toilet, which we never used because it was, although it was inside, there was absolutely no heating out there and it was fucking freezing. So it only got used like during the very, 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 very warm months. And I lived there up until 2012. Yeah, what, big house. Got it quite cheap as well because it needed work. Needed completely redecorating. And it had been a B&B, bed and breakfast, beforehand. So when we moved in, there were sinks in every room, in all the bedrooms, which was fucking great, you know. So I lived in there, raised my kids there. My sister moved in here with her 2 children. Yeah. She moved into here with her 2 children. She had a boy and a girl. And, you know, the idea was that she was going to live here and I was going to live down there, and that was it, you know. Then a year after I moved, or 2 years after I moved into the big house, the place next door, which had been converted into 2 flats, the downstairs flat became available, and my mum bought that, and she moved in there. So you had my mum in one house, me in the house next door, and my sister in here. And this is, you know, if I shout loud enough, they can hear me down at the big house. That's how close we all are to each other. I can leave here and at a run be in the big house in a minute. Literally in a minute. I went out in my garden one afternoon and I was like, I can hear the fire alarm down the road. And I had to go down and turn it off because they couldn't figure out how to turn it off. That's how close the houses are. It's literally around the corner. And that was fine. And then I moved to the mainland in 2012 because living that close to my mum was good, but I never felt like I was on my own, you know. So, and I was a single parent. So I decided, my children by this point were adults. I talked it through with my mum and said, sorry about that. This is what I want to do. I want to move away. So on and so forth. And I live on the Isle of Wight, for those that don't know. And I moved to the mainland for 18 months. Met my ex, got pregnant, came back. Because this is still quite a safe place to bring up children. And everything sort of moved around for the next few years. We all played musical houses. So while I lived on the mainland, my kids and some lodgers shared the big house. And it became basically rooms to rent with a shared kitchen and bathroom, which was quite cool. You know, it worked out quite well. We made some money out of it, which is brilliant. My mum stayed in the flat. 2 kids came with me. And that was fine. And then I moved back. My mum moved into the big house as an on-site manager, if you were. I moved into the flat. My sister and her kids were still here. And then shortly after Daryl was born, my sister turned around to my mum and said she'd had enough. Her kids were treating the house like fucking shit. They were adults now and she was too soft and she didn't want to live with them anymore and she didn't know what to do. And my mum came to talk to me about it. Said, you know, what do you think we should do? Blah, 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 blah. Because the consensus was that when my mum dies, I was going to get the big house in her will. my sister was supposed to get this place. So we sort of sat and talked it over and all that lot. And my mum called my sister down. And she said, right, this is what we're going to do. So my mum kicked them out of this house. She kicked my sister and the kids out of this house. And she said to my sister, you can have a room to rent in the big house if you want it. So my sister was like, yeah. My sister jumped at the chance. And the kids were like, well, what about us? My mum went, you're adults, sort yourselves out. You've treated this like shit. This house needed totally redoing because it was a mess. It was awful. It needed a new kitchen. It needed a new bathroom, new carpets, decorating throughout. It was fucking dreadful. So, you know, the two kids fucked off, got their own places. My sister moved in down the road. Now, my sister lives in the flat. And she will get the flat when my mum dies. My mum and all of my children bar Daryl live in the big house. Daryl and I live in here. So I ended up back in this house sort of, 25 years after I moved out of it, which is strange. But it's really nice to be back in this house. It's my house. It was my first real home as well, because when I was a kid, my dad was in the army. And when I was growing up, we moved about all the time. Do you know what I mean? Because you do, military life, and you go wherever you're posted. And I was so used to, didn't even spend a year in a place, 9 times out of 10. You were stationed somewhere for 8-9 months, and then you got moved. And so you got used to it, It's just how it is. So when we moved back, when my dad finally left the army, this was the first house my parents bought. Yeah, it is nice. It is nice. And it's mine again. And it always was. Yeah, I only set foot in this house twice in the 14 years my sister lived in it, because I couldn't bear to see somebody else living in it. And it's funny. But whenever I dreamt about being at home, if I dreamt about something that's happening at the home, I always dreamt about this house. So... And this was, our first home after we left the army. And it was the same with my dad. It's my dad's first proper home as well. Because my dad came from a broken home, which, was a huge thing in the 50s. So quite a mix, really, of how it all happened. But so, yeah, I currently have a 3-bedroom house with a spare room. And I know that eventually my mum will have to come here. Which is fine. But I don't have a shower. I have a very, 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 very tiny bathroom. Yeah, it's a full circle, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. But my bathroom is about 9 foot square, and you go in. You've got toilet is immediately. This is my bathroom. Hang on. Right, this graph is my bathroom. So you've got the door here. Toilet is here. Yeah, sort of there. Then there's a sink, and then the bath's there. You've got a window there, and the radiator on there. So there's not really. I would need to move my entire bathroom around to put a decent shower in. Because I've got the window there, I can't put a shower into the bath because the window's not been... where it's an old house. The window's not been sealed and all that lot, Well, no, because eventually the only room that this bathroom joins onto is the room that will become my mother's room. Yeah, I don't mind having a tiny bathroom. I quite like having a small bathroom. I never saw the point of massive bathrooms. But I would like to have a shower in it. And I've said to my mum, the only way I can see to do it is to move the toilet either to this corner or this corner and put the shower here. So the toilet would be under the window, basically. I mean, it's got that privacy glass in it, but, So, yeah, move the toilet into one of these two corners. Leave the sink there. Radiator is here. And then put the shower here. Yeah, but that would cost so much to do. So, I don't know. It won't happen till my mum moves in here anyway, because she's the one with the money. And she only works on the house in which she lives in. So, Yeah, but you got to remember, I've only got a limited choice of workmen. I live on an island. And those fuckers charge you Christ knows how much. Did I press that? Yes. And I don't know anything about DIY at all. Yeah, it's 25 by 15 miles. There's no fixed link, so the only way off is via a ferry. Yes, that's all very well, Miss M, if you've got the money to do that. You know, if you've got the money to do it, and if it fucks up, then repair it. I don't have the money to do that. You know, well, not at the moment, anyway. And it's also having the time to do it, which I just don't have. Oh yeah, who's that? Yeah, but the trouble is people say, oh, well, you could do it yourself. And DIY is all very well and good. But if it screws up, like I've just had a cabinet put on my wall and I got my neighbour to do it because he does a lot of home improvements and that. And I said to him, I was like, could you come, I'll build it. Could you come fix it up on the wall? And I probably could have done it myself. But then I would forever be running the, oh my God, what if it falls off the wall? You know, bearing in mind pictures fall off the wall in this house because the walls are so shit. And at least if I pay somebody to do it, I can then sue their ass when it falls off. Who is it, Willie, then? I probably know him. Or know them by face anyway. And I can't, if it fucks up as well, you've got to pay out again to get it all fixed, don't you? So I'm going to have a go at tiling, though, because I reckon I can do that. I might know the face. I don't recognise the name. Do you ever see their face? Yes, they look vaguely familiar. Let's just mute that. I haven't got anybody's. Wow, they got way loads of subscribers. They live here, you say? That's cool. Oh, dear me. The video I don't want to load because my YouTube is shit. Hi, little girl. How are you? I'll check her out later. It's like there's somebody posted this scrapbook weekend here, and it's arranged by somebody who lives here and all that lot. And so I sent her a message and I went, well, you know, I wouldn't mind coming along to that, but obviously I don't need to stay in the hotel because I only live down the road. And it was still like absolutely outrageous to go along to it. And I was just like, yeah, no thanks. Yeah, all the way across. Trouble is living here, everything is so damned expensive. We don't have any of the big shops, which sucks. So I'm good, thank you. There's been this uproar on the local pages, and ordinarily I agree with the argument. Okay, I'll tell you what the argument is in a minute. But on the other hand, with today being the date that it is, it should be expected. People are bitching because people have been letting off fireworks. Now, I personally don't agree with fireworks being available to the general public. I think it's something that should be licensed displays only. I think it's stupid that every Tom, Dick and Harry can go to the local grocery store and buy fireworks and set them off in their garden. I've seen... Yeah, there we go, fireworks going off now. I have seen what damage privately held firework parties can do. It's not pretty, and it's, you know... Yeah, it's something that, quite frankly, it should be a licensed pyrotechnic that deals with it. It shouldn't be something the public should be allowed out to. But, of course, people have been letting off fireworks this evening. So the local Facebook pages, I don't know if everywhere has this, but the Isle of Wight has like a community information page where you can go on and, yeah, of course you do. And I bet start November. Oh, no, you don't do 5th November, do you? Yeah, half blown off limbs, and, you know, I bet they look like they've just walked through a fucking minefield. And it's stupid. It's dumb. And 9 times out of 10, these people that do this are fucking drunk as well. But that's a whole other rant. Where I live, we have a community information page. And then every district sort of has their own little hub page as well. It's very Little Britain. Sometimes, you know. And the complaints started around about 5-6 o'clock. Oh, people are letting off fireworks and my dog is a shaking mess. Okay. Now, normally I agree with that. I normally agree with it. I don't see why we need to have fireworks at New Year's, quite frankly. It's just another day, isn't it? It's New Year, new day, whatever. Here in England, obviously, we have fireworks on the 5th of November. If you don't know why, go and Google it. For fuck's sake, where have you been? Don't you learn about English history? But it also seems to be that we have fireworks for a lot of other celebrations as well. I agree that they shouldn't be allowed because they scare... Remember the 5th of November. What's the next line? Gunpowder, treason and plot. They scare the wildlife. Okay? And not only that, but your war veterans as well, post-traumatic stress. And they're not necessary. Why do we need to have fireworks to celebrate something? You know, it's gunpowder, treason and plot. I've just told you. What I'm doing, star. And yeah, I think they're a dumb idea. But they are to be expected, New Year's. They're kind of the thing. Even if they didn't have private ones, there are still displays done, aren't there? For the general public. And there's going to be a lot more private ones this year. Because if you do lurk, it'll say you've gone to count your stitch markers. I'll have to add the BRB as an extra one. There's going to be a lot more private ones this year due to the fact that we're in a tier 4 at the moment and there are no public displays because Boris said we're not allowed. So bearing in mind that you know today is New Year's. You know there is going to be fireworks. Why are you online having a bitch fit about it instead of going to the vet or the grocery store and buying the pet equivalent of calms for your dog or your cat or your horse or whatever? Oh, you know what? I wouldn't work in a hospital for any amount of money. And the stupid thing is, all these idiots that are going to end up in hospital tomorrow, in the ER, tonight and tomorrow, with, like you say, blown off limbs because they've been fucking around with fireworks, are being needlessly exposed to COVID. You know? Which is just... That's the kind of shit that... Daryl's gone to sleep. That's early. You usually wait for a good half an hour yet. He's curled up next to the cat. Oh, okie doke. See you later. Have a good stream. Happy New Year, sweetheart. Have a good one. Oh, no, he's not asleep. He's just sat up to stroke the cat. Oh. I've reached the end of my ball. Always creates a knot, have you noticed? Really excited to cast these socks on. As part of me, it's like, I want to finish the blanket. But I'll cast the socks on. Chart B over both needles. Where's chart B then? Is that just... That's just weird. I'm so used to having a ribbed cuff. It's going to be very weird not having a ribbed cuff. I can't remember the last time I did a test in it. It's been a while. It's also been exactly 10 years since we were preparing for the first A to Z socks, or ABC sock along, or whatever you want to call it. Exactly 10 years. So this is kind of appropriate. I know that's because it came up in my Facebook. Exactly 10 years ago I was preparing, winding yarn and getting ready for it. I was so excited. And I think actually Elle bought me my A pattern, which was really, really cool. I don't know where she is actually. I don't think she's actually active. Half. That's not bad. I wasn't expecting anybody in chat tonight. I thought you would, like, not come in. I'd be here on my own. Then I'd give up and go away. But it's funny because I was talking to my son the other day, and I said to him, my son used to stream games. I Thank you. It's for my grandbaby who is due in April. Yeah, my son used to stream games. It's like I said to him, I said, the thing is, when you stream a game, if your chat is quiet, you can talk about what you're doing in the game. Oh, right, let's go over here and I'm going to see if there's a shiny and shit, that was a bad jump. And, you know, you can talk, you can monologue very, very easily when you're a gamer, I think. Easier than when you're knitting. Because when you're knitting, I mean, I can tell you what I'm doing if you like, but literally it is like, you know, purl 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're just going to end up listening to me go purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, you know, purl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's kind of like, it's really hard to monologue, you know? I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't know. I know there are people in here, ow, oh, stiff, who stream crafter type my brain's just done that thing where it went makers and crafters. That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, do you stream, Nelly? It's really hard if you've got quiet chat like I usually have to sort of monologue through it and hope that people come in and think, oh, well, she's quite interesting, we'll talk to her. Otherwise, I'm just sitting here quietly knitting and I'm like, I could be in the TV, watching TV in the other room instead of sitting in here quietly talking to you lot. Is that why some people use headsets and they got the TV playing on another screen? Is that the trick? Is this what I am missing here? New Year's celebration is cancelled, you're staying home. Well, so you should. There's a fucking pandemic going on. What are you doing going out? You don't, yeah. Yeah. Do you stream as well? And it's like I go to other people's channels. Like I go and watch Elle's channels and she has, you know, 30 to 40 viewers every single stream. So her chat moves along really nicely. Mine doesn't. You know, like for the past 10 minutes I've been talking to Miss M while you've all been listening or while you've all been doing whatever it is that you're doing. And that's great. And then when they go, I've got to go now, I'm like, oh, don't leave me, for fuck's sake. Don't go, please. Well, who am I going to talk to? Because everybody else has been quiet. You know? And it's always like, ah, shit, come back. Don't leave me. But I also, I prefer... Yeah, I know. I'm like, don't leave. Please come back and talk to me. I'm on my own. I'm going to waffle and tell you like wildly inappropriate things about my life if you leave me. You know. I know. It's horrible, isn't it? It is awful. I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm laughing at myself, but it's only because, you know, there have been times I've been sat here streaming and I've been like, well, fuck it, I'm going because nobody's talking to me. You know, and I've gone on with the intention of, I've got the entire evening. I could stream until fucking midnight if I wanted to. And then I've come on and there's been 3 people in my chat. And I'm like, well, this is fun. How you doing? And you can only talk about the weather for so long, can't you really? Until you're like, I've had enough. There you go. Yeah. And you have to nip out, you leave the window open. Yeah, I do. I mean, it's like this morning, I had to leave our stream early this morning because my mum, my mum's almost blind, so she was expecting me down today, and it got to sort of like lunchtime. And sorry. And so I was like, I got to go, and I'll leave the window on. I'll leave the window out, and I'll just mute it. You know. I did that one day, and I went, what was it, Christmas morning that was. And I left Elle on. I was like, I'll go down the road now. See you later. She was like, okay, have a good one. Merry Christmas. And I went, mute. I didn't even mute it because I thought there's nobody in the house. It's not disturbing anybody. Didn't get back until really late, and it was dark, and I hadn't closed the curtains behind me, or the drapes if you're in the States. Yeah. We walked past the room, and Matt's like, "Somebody in your office." And I was like, "No, it's not. It's a stream." And he was like, "Why have you left your computer on?" I was like, "It's been..." And my computer had spent the whole day merrily streaming away to itself, because everybody that streamed then went and raided somebody else. And it must have gone through about 8 different people over the course of a day. I've had that happen at night as well, where I've gone and raided somebody and just, right, I've raided you now, I'm going to go off and do whatever I want to do. And forgotten that my computer's on. It depends how you mute it. I don't mute the streamer, I mute my computer. If you mute it on the screen, it doesn't count, I believe. But I mute my entire system. Yeah, so it still counts. Because I knows about that. I don't even know what I'm doing. What am I doing? I'm doing a boat. I mean, the amount of times I've left it on and then just gone to bed. Got up in the morning and the computer's still like merrily playing away to itself because everybody's raided somebody. So yeah, I come back and I'm like, who the fuck is this? I did a good one the other day. I raided some chappie who was building a 1989 Batwing out of Lego. That's quite interesting actually. I sat and watched him for quite a while. Does anyone else diamond paint? I'm just glancing over at the Twitch homepage. And somebody's diamond paint. I know April diamond paints. That's Productive Dragon for those of you that don't know. She comes in my chat quite a lot. I suppose it's a bit like jigsaw puzzles. You either like it or you don't. I never got the point of it personally. I'm like, what do you do with it afterwards? Where do you hang it up? Sometimes you're not chatting because you go make a drink, you still listen to headphones on, can't chat. See, this is what I'm wondering, whether some streamers, does she? See, my daughter's never got into it, which surprises me, because I thought she might. I wonder if the streamers, when they've got like the empty chat like we do, Wooly, whether the reason they're actually wearing headphones is because on another window they're watching like EastEnders or something. Sitting there working their way through the latest TV box set. And it's going through on their earphones so that stream can't actually hear it. And then they discreetly turn it off when people talk to them. That's what I reckon happens. What am I on? 27. That's it, yeah. Mute the desktop in OBS. Well, you wouldn't even have to, would you? Because it'd come through on your earphones. Well, I suppose it depends on how your setup is. Yeah. It's like, I know that quite a few people tend to use headphones or, headsets, whatever, exclusively while at their computer. Because a lot of people have the computer in the lounge or, I'm quite lucky in that I've got a completely separate room. You're in my craft room or my office, as I call it. But, so I never use a headset. But yeah, I've discovered that's what it is. They're wearing headsets and they're watching TV. They're watching EastEnders. That's what it is. Pardon? Dog's fucking snoring. She just went, okay. Yay! Thanks for the follow. Oh, I'm going to totally butcher this. Yami no Yakusoku. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for the follow. Mwah! For for you, a headset makes it easier to make a drink, etc. You don't miss much of the stream that way. You've got a Bluetooth jobby then, have you? So that allows you to go off into other rooms and all of that lot. You could always get one of those voice to text things and do it that way. Mikey uses voice to text. It's reliable most of the time. I don't know if she came back. I know she had a call. Did you come back, Mikey? You could always use one of those and type in chat that way. I have a Bluetooth headset, but it's like I can't wear in-ear jobbies. Some of that is due to my psoriasis, and some of that is due to the amount of metal that I have in my ears. Because, you know, if I can pierce it, I pierce it. Right, hang on. You know, I've got my Daith pierced. I've got a little moon there. I've got my conch pierced. I've got a little star. I've got like on my helix and that pierced. I've got my tragus pierced in that one. My helix and all that lot pierced on that one. So the in-ear little buddy things, they hurt and they're uncomfortable. So I wear big, you know, DJ fucking can thing. I love them. But I can't wear them for a stream. Well, I could, you know, it would work, but then I can't hear Daryl. Which is why I don't headset when I'm in the house. So, you know. I mean, it's like, you know, at the moment, because it's Christmas, we haven't been doing school, or schoolwork as we call it, home education. Oh, I'm off screen. We haven't been doing any home education. Okay, sweets, thank you for coming in. I will, I'm going to have to follow you, and, can I follow you? How does one do it? I'll figure out how to follow you in a minute. If I double click you, will that do it? Nope. Oh, hang on. Nope, I don't want to do that. Oh my giddy aunt. How does one follow? What happens if I click that one? Oh, I've opened your page. That works. You do the little box with the arrow in it and it opens your web page. Right, I've got your web page. I'll come and see you one of these days. She says, I'm not a very good watcher. Oh, it's opened your it's opened chat. That's a bit weird. Well, how do I get to your doohickey? Oh my giddy aunt. Could you not have just put the fucking Whirly the sloth? Fucking stupid Twitch. Right, I found you. Twitch is dumb. Okay. Oh. I followed you. I has a followed. Ooh, what you knitting? And what pins are those? She says watching somebody else's stream. When are you next on? Come and sit in your chat. You're gaming now. Okie doke. Well, if you're still on later, I might come and raid you. I don't know. We'll see. It depends on who's on. Have a good one. I'll see you later. I've completely forgotten what I was saying. Yeah, earphones, big DJ ones. Yeah, I don't like the in-ear jobbies. They're not comfortable for me. They make my ears itch. But then if I've got the big ones on, I can't hear Daryl if he wakes up. I'm on the star. Same. So, you know. But it's like sometimes I'm in here for the entire day, especially where we've not been doing any schoolwork at the moment because of Christmas. And he's like, I'm going to go in the front room. And he'll be watching YouTube in the front room. He watches kids do unboxing of toys. And there's this really obnoxious kid that he watches that I can't fucking stand. He's got a really annoying voice. And but he watches them. And I'll be in here watching YouTube on my computer. So my account's signed in about 3 different places. I think I'm going to make him his own fucking YouTube account because it pisses me off seeing all these kids things on my YouTube, you know. I can't find anything because I keep getting recommended, like, watch Paw Patrol. I don't want to watch Paw Patrol. I fucking hate Paw Patrol. And he's got his own flipping email address because I gave him a Fitbit for Christmas. But because I didn't buy him a kid's Fitbit, I couldn't add him on as like as a child onto my Fitbit account. He has to have his own Fitbit account. And to have your own Fitbit account, you've got to have an email address. So Christmas Day, the Fitbit? Oh my God. He has been so chuffed. So fucking chuffed. I've set him with a goal of 5,000 steps. And he's smashed it every day. He's been so chuffed because he's smashed it and he loves it. He's been walking around and it tells the time as well. So he's at that age where he's obsessed with telling the time. You know, every 10 minutes, what time is it? So it's really cool because he's got it now on his watch. And I've set it to do 12-hour time because he hasn't learnt about... I use what Americans call military time. I use a 24-hour clock. So my watch will tell you the time in 24 hours. It's 21:21. It's 9:21. You know, I know that it's 9:21. I don't have to work it out. I grew up using military time because my dad was in the army. So he hasn't yet learned the 24-hour clock. So his watch is set to do it. His watch will display 9:21 instead of 21:21, which is cool. It's fine for him. And he's wearing it. He's wearing it all the time, which I was really surprised at because my fiance bought him a watch a couple of years ago, Spider-Man watch, and he wore it for like a day, and then he was like, I don't want to wear this anymore, and he took it off, and he never wore it. Never wore it. He carried it back in his pocket, but he never wore it. And I think the reason for that was because it wasn't digital, and he hadn't learned how to tell the time on a clock. He knows how to tell the time on a actual clock face, analog clock. So yeah, but now he's got this Fitbit, and he just loves that it alerts him when he hits his 5,000 steps. He thinks that's great. It does this little party on your wrist when you hit goal. So yeah, he's well chuffed for that. I'm gonna go and refill, and then I will be back. Be 2 minutes. I've lost me thingy. There it is. Hang on, 2 ticks. So yeah, it was his best present right up until my mum gave him a remote control stunt car, and that's been his best present. But he does still love the Fitbit because he gets to wear that all the time. So it's just kind of cute. And it doesn't need charging every 20 minutes like the fucking remote control car does. It's dumb. It works for like half an hour, and then you've got to charge it for 4 hours. That's just stupid in my book. Ooh, crikey. That made me jump. Thanks for the follow, Lemonlicious. What a fab name. That did not make me jump. Could be sneakily educational too. Yes. And it encourages him to move about as well, which is the cool thing. Thank you for the follow and welcome to my channel. How are you? It's because I wasn't paying attention, you see. That's what that was. Yeah. I mean, he's quite active anyway, and he's always walked a lot, because I've always walked a lot. I'm badly out of practice this year. I miss walking. And we went out for a walk today, and I was like, fucking hell. So I was like, right, we're going out for a walk every day, because this is just silly. I used to be able to stomp about for hours, and now I'm like, geez, so unfit. I'm good, thank you. Have you had a good holiday period? This is not assuming that everybody celebrates Christmas. I need to change that alert because that's terrifying. Oh, we need to bring in a new ball. New balls, please. Where's the end? Haha. Itchy. Ugh. I'm going to go back a bit. Yeah, despite the lockdown. You're this side of the pond then, are you? Whereabouts are you? We went from tier 1, just before Christmas. You're in Denmark. To tier 4. I'm going to show you, yeah. To tier 4 on Boxing Day. That's ridiculous, isn't it? I weave it in as I go. Okay. I never got all these people that do these coloured jumpers and then they're like, oh no, I've got weave in the end. So I'm like, why the fuck don't you do it as you go? So, yeah, it was. We went tier 1 just before Christmas, and then they were like, Boxing Day, you're going to be tier 3. So, okay. And that went for a week, and now today we've gone into tier 4. That's a horrendous amount. Okay, so how do I join it? This is my attached to the knitting yarn. You want to do this so this is at the back of the work. This is my attached to the ball yarn. I wish this was in 2 different colours so I could show you. So, this helps if you can hold your yarn in both hands. Right. So you purl one. My left hand is the old yarn, my right hand is the new yarn. So you put your needle in, go under with your new yarn. Now wrap your yarn as normal with your old yarn and bring your new yarn back around. And it's held in place by the yarn. Then purl one. So I'll try and do it without getting my hands in the way. Wrap your yarn that way. Okay, this is your new yarn in my right hand. Then wrap your yarn as if you're going to purl as per normal. Now bring your new yarn back around the needle. And the yarn that you're purling with is what is holding it in place. Okay, and then purl one. And you do it on every other stitch. Okay, so go wrap under, over for your stitch, bring it back. and purl. Slide it off rather. So under, over, and then back. Well, I do it over quite a few stitches and then it holds it. So it's easy once you realise how to do it, actually, Vig. Right, so I'm now about to change from knitting and from purling to knitting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the tail of the old yarn and I'm now going to work with my new yarn. So I'll bring that into play. And then when I go back, I will weave in this tail on the way back. And I'll even weave in a little bit more of this tail. So my two tails will get woven in a little bit more on the way back as well. And the good thing about it is you don't have a doubled yarn. I've still got single yarn stitches. You can't see it. It's woven in and around the stitches. If you looked very, very closely, you can see it running through. But you can't, you know. And I'll show you how to do it knit-wise when you go back. But it's the same process. You're just doing a knit version, really. When I learned to do difficult knitting, i.e. cables, lace, all those things that basically you can't do while you're staring at the TV or reading a book or, yeah. And I do it when I go draw. I don't get these people that, you know, get to the end of a multicolour project and then go, oh no, I've got all these ends to weave in. Oh, why didn't you do it while you went, you fucking plank? Yeah, when I got more into involved, harder knitting, I love cables. I love, you know, all of that kind of thing. I love hard knitting. If it's hard, I love it. Yeah, but you're a new knitter. You're, you know, we can unplank you. That's fine. Don't worry. That's it. You're still learning. So, you know, you know, this was before we had the internet. So there wasn't YouTube and all of that lot. And I did this sweater. And it's an Alice Starmore sweater. Now, if you are anything involved with the knitting world, you'll go, that's colours then. And it was. Oh, God, it's beautiful. And it was the most basic one I could find in the book. And it was the Celtic knitting book. It was 2 colours. And I'd never done colours before. Didn't have any idea how to do it. There was no YouTube back then to teach me. So I had to figure it out, all from a book. And I went along merrily knitting this sweater and, you know, a couple of times I fucked it up and I had to go back and undo it and, you know, re-knit and all this lot. And, yeah. Yeah. I love them. Love hard knitting. And then, I guess, you know, I'm knitting this sweater and I'm knitting it as a tube. I get up to the armpits and it's like, right, you're going to do the armpit holes and all that lot. And I'm like, right. And I was like, but I'm not casting anything off. And it was like, yeah, do the pattern into blah, 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 blah. Okay. Then, you know, knit 1 stitch main, 1 stitch contrast, 1 stitch main, 1 stitch. What the fuck am I doing here? And you do, you know, 10, 15 stitches, and then you continue on with the pattern. I was like, this is interesting. Where's my armholes? You cut the fucking armholes. You cut your knitting, and this is called steeking, for those that don't know. I was like, okay. So I just did it, because the book told me to. I did what the book told me to. It's fine, you know. It wasn't until Ravelry came along that I found out that apparently that's supposed to be terrifying. That reminds you, you're knitting a cardie for the first time and you want to do the sleeves on magic loop. Which is the best YouTube to see how to magic loop? Well, I can teach you how to do that if you want. Do you want to do 2 at a time? Or, you know, is that what you want to do? You want to do 2 at a time magic loop? Like I do with my socks. and you're going to knit them in the round. Yeah. Okay. It's exactly the same method I used to knit socks. Exactly the same method. You think you like to challenge yourself if you're knitting because that's how your grandma taught you. She's making you knit your own. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, my mum taught me to knit when I was young and said, well, do whatever you like with it, you know. And my mum would repurpose sweaters and things. She'd go and buy them. And she'd like, I like that colour, but I don't like the sweater. So she'd take it home and she'd undo it. And the amount of times I took a bath with yarn wrapped around the fucking taps, you know, because she'd washed it and, you know. And she used to knit my school sweaters and, you know, all of that lot. And she taught me to knit at a very early age. And that's why I can knit with the yarn in either hand. Because my mum knits with the yarn in this hand. I'm not as quick with this hand, but I can do it. Because that's how my mum knits. You know? I don't like to do it, but I can. Yeah, I mean, I knit, oh, you know what? They're so easy. And socks are like toys because they're a small project and they're quick gratification. Socks, gloves and hats. Fabulous for small mobile knitting. With your sleeves, cast on your first sleeve. Yeah. Were you in chat when I cast on the socks? No, you weren't, because that was way back when. I'm doing a video on making socks at the moment. It's going to be a little bit before I get them out. I could get part 1 out. Get 2 sets of needle. Do you have interchangeables like these? I assume you do. Or you have circs of some kind. Cast on your first sleeve. This is how I would do it. You have 2 sets of fixed. Right, okay, brilliant. Cast on your first sleeve. Right. Join it up. Knit a couple of rounds. Just to get it established and set. I go for 3 rounds personally. Bearing in mind you're probably doing rib if you're working from the cuff up. Okay. Do 3 to 5 rounds. Whatever. But remember how many rounds you do. Okay. Do at least 3. Then put those down and cast on your second sleeve. Do the same amount of rounds. Okay. Then what you're going to do, you have your back needle and your front needle. Okay. You would have your cable here with your needle on it. I've got mine going around the wrong way. I knit differently when I'm knitting backwards and forwards than I do when I'm knitting circs. So you've got it going around like that. Okay, you've got your cable here and your yarn here. With your first sleeve, go as if you're going to do round 4, for example. Work your first half of stitches. Okay. Then let go of this one. Keep hold of the needle in this hand. Pick up your second sleeve and work across the first half of the stitches with your first sleeve needle. Now you need to know that you've got a long enough cable to do this. It's a bit tricky to start off with. Okay, getting it all to work. I'm just trying to think. I know I did this on stream not that long ago. I can't remember which one it was. Yeah, that'd be more than long enough. So knit your first half of sleeve 1. Okay, say you're doing it for round 5. Okay, so you knit first half of round 5 on sleeve 1, and then with the same needle, knit your first half of sleeve 2. Okay, then you want to turn the whole kit and caboodle round, pull your needle through, make sure that nothing falls off while you're doing this, okay? And with that needle, you work your second half of sleeve 2, at which point you should end up with an empty needle. Yeah, and you should be working on your first needle, and then you work your second half of sleeve 1. And then when you turn it all around, you should have that, but with 2 garments instead of just the 1. And there'll be like a sort of pinch in the middle. Okay? I hope that makes sense. I don't curve that way when I'm knitting singular. It's funny, isn't it? If you get stuck, are you on my Discord? If you get stuck, chuck me a message. Okay, Doc. Have a pleasant evening. Happy New Year and all that palaver. PM me on Discord if you get stuck. I'm about tomorrow. I'm not doing anything. I don't go out or anything. Or on any of my other social media that Stream Element chucks up every sort of half hour or so. Any of those, just start the message with, "Hey, it's Nelly," and I'll know who you are then. If you try to add me randomly, I won't accept it because I won't know who the fuck you are. It's like I had some woman add me. I actually posted about this. Was it yesterday or the day before? She added me, she messaged me, and then when I didn't answer her, she blocked me. And I was like, that's weird. And I actually posted about it on my Facebook. And one of my mates went, "Was it a redhead?" And I said, "Yeah." He went, "Yeah, she did the same to me." I had no idea who she was, you know? And I had somebody else add me today. And these people add me and they don't come and say, "Oh, hi, I'm so-and-so," or "I've seen you on YouTube," you know, or just, "Hey, you know, you look awesome, I'd like to be friends." They just add me. And I go and I profile stalk them and I'm like, "You don't appear to be in any of the same groups as me. Why have you added me?" At which point I tend to decline the request, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I'm Pretty Tap Pearl on Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, it does my head in. Actually, even on Facebook, if you search Pretty Tap Pearl on there, it should be me that comes up. But it just seemed a bit odd, really. I hate that Facebook makes me use the... That could be it. Yeah, that could be it. Excuse me. Let's have a quick look. You might not start tomorrow, depends how your head is. Oh, yes. Are you actually going to open that video anywhere or not bother? My internet's going, "Yeah, well, nah, we won't bother." Come on, no. I think my internet's now going, "Fucking hell!" It's opened 2 windows exactly the same. There she is. Where have you been? Where have you been? He's asleep. Mrs. Woman, thank you for the sub. Right, what do you reckon? About an hour in, was it? Oh yeah, after I finished bullet journaling and I got up and I stepped and I did a bit more bullet journaling. Oh, right, there we go. Yeah, hit that one about an hour in. That's my Silent Night socks. And that was me casting on my Silent Night socks. And I show you how to do it. Nelly. That video that Vig posted, a bit further up. Hit that one. Fast forward an hour. I don't explain what I'm doing, I don't think, but you can sort of see it. Okay, Vig. Well, I had Daryl here looking for you, and you weren't here, and now he's gone to bed. Bad woman. That's alright. But like I say, give me a shout if you get stuck. I was saying earlier on, do you know, I don't know if it's come up in any of your Facebook memories or anything like that, it was exactly 10 years ago that we did the first A to Z challenge. And you bought me my A pattern. I don't know if you remember that. Did you? Yeah, you bought me my A pattern. It come up on my Facebook. And I was like, oh wow! Yeah, I posted it somewhere or other. I can't remember where it was. Let's see if I can find it. But I was saying that, of course, I'd sorted a pattern for Dorks ABC, but I hadn't sorted a yarn, and I was like, shit, I haven't got any plain yarn. Once I'd seen the pattern, I was like, oh, I haven't got any plain yarn. And then I found this. How lush is that? Oh, no, it must have been yesterday I posted about it then. It must have been yesterday it came up. That's a bit of a bummer. It annoys me you can't scroll back through the days on your Facebook memories, because that'd be really, really cool. See, I found this. This was a total surprise. It's a better colour on that camera than it is on that one. Oh, excuse me. I'm actually wondering if I'm using the right fucking camera for that one now. I'm looking at it because it's awfully pale. Oh, yeah, okay. I did, yes. Yeah, I don't know who that's by or anything. But yeah, you bought me my A pattern, funnily enough. And, yeah, exactly 10 years ago it was. So there we go. I don't even know what row I'm on now. 29. So I'm all ready for tomorrow. Yeah. Last couple of days it's all been about that. Hey, thanks for the Instagram follow, Knit Girl. I'm assuming that is you following me on Instagram. I think it's quite appropriate that on the 10th anniversary we're doing it again. I'm fucking crazy. Oh dear. We must be mad. I still have this huge urge to dye my hair. So I really enjoyed it last time, I must admit. there's my social media link tree, Nelly. If you click that link tree link, you'll have all the everywhere you can find me on social media. Basically, it was it that year. Gosh, yay! That must have been the year that I went to Italy then. Gosh, it's been that long. That doesn't seem possible. Well, yeah, I suppose really when you think about it, Daryl's 6. And I went to Italy before I moved to Romsey. Fucking hell. I can't believe it's been 10 years since I went to Italy. Well, 10 years this June, July, something like that. Summer, wasn't it, that I went? That was fucking brilliant, that was. I'd love to do that again. I know we have, haven't we? It's got to be getting on for a good 15 years now. Oh, well, there you go. I'm a bad influence, see. Into. We all need to get everybody together. All the old people. Bad influence, yes. I was scrolling through my photos earlier, showing everybody when I had blue hair. And one of the photos that came up was of me with the Ashford Joy that I sold you. And I remember when I got it, because I was having a pain flare. And I ended up off my face while unboxing my wheel. So the photo I've got is of me hugging this wheel, like when you've had too much to drink and you hug the toilet. You know? I know, God. Oh my word. Thanks for the hosting, girl. Appreciate it. Right. I'm back to that strand of yarn again, if you're paying attention. Everybody was going on about me weaving ends in. You've just missed Dork, actually, Elle. She's just gone to bed. She's going to bed early. I don't know what she's got planned, but there you go. So I'm going to grab that yarn with my other hand. Just get to the end. Ooh, split the yarn. Get to the end of that. Slide my stitch marker. So this stitch here is the last stitch I worked with that yarn. Okay, so I will work it with my new yarn, if you like. And then I will insert the needle into the stitch, wrap my yarn under and then over. Wrap my yarn as if I'm going to knit it, bring my yarn back again. And as you can see, it's held because it's crossing over my working yarn. Okay, then I will just knit the stitch as normal. Knit the next stitch. Insert, go under and over, wrap as normal, bring it back and work it. Knit the next stitch. So you always do a plain stitch in between the wraps, yeah? Otherwise it just sits on top. You'd see if you tried it. So go under and over, work, bring it back, and then work the stitch. Work it, bring it back. So that I now consider quite well held, and I can let go of that and just keep working now. What are we doing? This is the star. Not paying attention. I'm doing 29? Yeah, 29. I need to actually come back one. And purl it. And I will do that again with this bit of tail as well, just to give it a little bit of extra security, really, more than anything else. And then when I come to cut it, I will cut it close, but not like right up against it, because otherwise it just ends up working through the knitting and poking out on the right side, which you don't want. Actually, I might not bother because I've got quite a bit of purling to do. But if you can't pick it up for whatever reason, you can always do it, because I can't pick it up going this way because I'm doing purl stitches. Okay, but I can pick it up on the next lot and go across like that again, just to help tie it out of the way. And it just provides it with that little bit of extra security, really. And then when you cut it about an inch. It's not going to be hugely noticeable. It's on the reverse side of a blanket. And there you go. It's all in as you've done it. And it's just caught underneath parts of the stitch. So you can now trim that bit down. I can't find my little scissors, so I'm going to use my giant ones. And that is now worked. So you can just leave that like that. Have you had a good day, Elle? What you been up to? How long did you stream for? Because you were still going when I left. And I left at 12:15, I think it was. Oh, badoom. I've got a badoom. Oh, that's Rick going live. Until, it wasn't much longer after I left then. Cool. Yeah, you said you were going to have a nap. Yeah, we went for a walk too. Walked around the village. Down to my mum's. So yeah, if you want to pick it up again, you can just pick it up for the next row. That's Vic posted in everybody's Discords now. Sounds like everybody's outside and they're all drunk. Idiots. That's what I do. I'll go post in everybody's Discord. You will know that I am live. I think actually I forgot to post in Vic's earlier, but never mind. I'll post in everybody else's. It's been one of them days. Started off great, and then like whole roller coaster of emotions. All by lunchtime. Fucking hell. Then we went for a walk, and we went down the road, and I don't mean down the road to the house, I mean down the road to sort of towards the park. And then Daryl was like, can we go see Stuart? I was like, okay. Oh, you cow. Oh, hang on. And so like we ended up going to the cemetery. So I don't need that today. See, I've got yet another fucking link. People are sending me links and not telling me what they are. I am always going to assume that that is spam when people do that. Even friends of mine. Right, hang on. Let me just have it synced today. Just syncing. I still need 2,000 odd steps actually. Yeah, 1,954 steps. I had a blowout today. I had a kebab for dinner. And alcohol. And that's it. I'll be good tomorrow. You missed that actually. I bought a birch box. You had alcohol too. I thought you might have. Have you ever had a birch box? I got makeup. I bought makeup. Want to see? What did I do with it? I don't know. Came in this pretty case. You'd like it. I got an eyelash thing. I've never used one. I've got no idea what you do with one of those. A charcoal exfoliating and cleansing pad. Spray hand sanitizer. Isn't that cool? Yes, I know it's a curler. It looks like a torture device. Makeup. My colours. Look at that. Stunning. Yeah. And eyeliner. What else did I get? Oh, and I got a hair volumizing spray that I'll give to Callie for after she's had the baby. Because, you know. The sanitizer's cool, isn't it? Oh, that could slip in your pocket. It's supposed to smell nice. It doesn't. It smells like hand sanitizer. So, yeah, you know, eyelash curler. That ain't going to get used. I don't know anybody that uses. And it coming out. I was a bit pissed off though, because I saw the advert on Facebook and I thought, do you know what the fuck, I'm going to go for it. And they were offering 40% off. So I bought it. And the next day it was 50% off. I was like, you wankers. I don't know if it's refillable. I don't think it is. Am I only doing 1 minute, or does anybody else want to redeem some steps for me? If you want to redeem, you hit the bit thingy under chat, I think. Yeah. And just click steps. Oh! Harsh. I hope you're doing them with me, young lady. Right, we're up to 3 minutes. Not too many, guys. Right, okay. Let me just... Ooh! Let's put it on the FaceTime camera. There you are. I can't make that any higher. How do I? Hang on, let me fuck about with the camera. Because I moved everything and now I don't know how my... There we go. There you go. Right, ready? Ready, ready, ready? Are we doing 3? Right. Ready, 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 go. Excuse that this is in the way, but that's just how it goes. This top's see-through. Why didn't anybody tell me this top was see-through? Oops. Never mind, eh? I'll move that chat over there next time. Top see-through, yeah, I know. Hello, Pug. I want to dye my hair again, but I don't, because I don't want the hassle, you know, because if I dye it, I'm going to have to dye it again in another month. It's only us, so it's fine. Cheers, Nelly. You know, won't I? If I dye it, I'm going to end up dyeing my hair on the 1st of every month. Cheers. That one's coming off tomorrow. The vodka one. It was good, wasn't it? I've had practice. Yeah, I want to dye my hair back to the colour it was. I hope you're listening now, and reattach my extensions, my dark extensions, because I feel washed out, because I feel my face is a bit red at the moment because I'm a bit warm, you know, because vodka, and the radiator is like 2 feet away. But because my lips are so light in colour, I don't have like darker lips. If I had darker coloured lips, it'd be fine. But unless I wear lipstick, I look very plain in colour. When I had darker hair, I don't think I looked like that. I don't know. So you've known me. You knew me when I had dark hair. But if I dye it, I'm going to have to keep dyeing it, aren't I? Unless I dye it for a little while and then just grow it out and have the natural blend from one colour to another. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Yeah, it is the upkeep of it. And because the grey and the white is so fucking bright, especially the white there, where my shock streak was. I have a shock streak, for those that don't know. In 1998, I was stabbed in the throat during a sexual assault. And that's right, that's your timer. 3 weeks later, I woke up with a streak of white in my hair. Does anybody else want to redeem steps before I get comfortable and set all the cameras back? Because I still need 1,500 steps, so, you know. Pardon me. We do. I need a 5 minute. Okay. Can I do that if I press that? Can I do it from here? Yeah, manage rewards. Hang on then. Oh, there's 2. Hang on. I'm setting you up with a 5 minute one. I don't think I should do a 10 minute one. That'd do me in. Blah, 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 blah. Where do I do it? Add a new custom award. Where's my keyboard? Right, let's call this 5 min step. Make me step for 5 minutes. What do I do? 100 for 1 minute, don't I? So let's make it 450 for 5 minutes then, just because I'm nice. I need an icon. You think it should be 500 for 5 instead of 100? Oh, right then. Hang on, I want to get a icon. Oh, that's bright. Get an icon. I'll do a 5 minute one. Don't make it too easy. Redeem curse of 1,500. You fucking wanker. There you go. How's that? Ooh, camera. Eyes, treasure, money. I'll use lightning again. Bollocks. Has that done it for me? No, it hasn't. How do I make it do it? Oh. How do I make it do it? I can't remember. Oh, I've got to download it. Oh, balls. Oh. Okay. Your poor innocent ears. Yeah, right. Do I just drag the whole thing? Ugh. Yeah. Be easier if that was over there, really, wouldn't it? Oh, will you just drag, for fuck's sake? Thank you. Why do they need it in 3 different sizes? I mean, really, you know what it's for. It's not letting me change the minutes. Oh, cooldown. Click that. Yeah, it's fucking 5-minute cooldown there because I know what pugs like. Haha. That one. Should be a 500 steps now. Oh, I need to give it a name. I didn't give it a name. There you go. Right, so I've got to do 5 minutes. I've got to do 7 minutes. Is that 9 now? No. Oh yeah, because you did 2 up there, didn't you? And then there was 2 more. Oh my god, that's just mean. Okay, hang on. Timer 9 minutes. Oh man. Okay, just to prove that I have set it for 9 minutes. Okay, 9 minutes. I'm going to move the chat box because it's in my way otherwise. We'll plonk that over there. Right, are we ready? Oh, piss off, pug. I'm going to fucking block you, ass. Right, I've set it up for 10 minutes. And just as proof that I have actually done it. I know it's backwards, but tough. Work it out. I didn't fucking my bag's in the way. So, yeah. I hate my dreads being this short for a start because they look messier when they're short. And I know that if I extend them in a year, they'll be down to about here. Because last time I extended them, they were this short. And after about a year, they were down to here, which I can handle that. I don't know. I don't know what to do. And I wouldn't need to redye the whole lot, would I? It would just be my roots. But that was the other issue I had. But I don't have a shower here. So it's a jug and the butt, which, you know, when you're trying to dye your hair, that's annoying and it's hard work, isn't it? So I would either have to go down the road and use my mum's shower every time I want to dye my hair, or buy a shower thingy for my bath taps and then dye my hair. Callie will kill me because she said, if you dye your fucking hair, I'm not doing it for you. But I would need her just to do the back bit. I don't know. Yeah. Yes, it would. Yes. It would make life easier. On the odd occasions where I do want to wash my hair, but I don't want to have to get in the bath to do it. You know? Or I could, like, save up and actually replace the taps for one of those mixer taps with a shower bit. That would be better, because those ones that you scoot, they just go flying off and then water goes psh, all around your bath. Does anybody do DIY or have a partner that does DIY? Just complete subject change here. You know those tiles you get that look like lots of little tiles? They're common in bathrooms and sometimes kitchens. I want to put them in my kitchen, but I want to know how easy they are to do, because I know you've got to like actually grout in between all the little tiles. Mosaic sheets, that's what do you know what? All day I've been racking my brains as to what they're called. And I found some really, really nice ones on Amazon that actually don't require you to tile in between. And they're supposed to be self-adhesive, but the adhesive seems to be a bit touch and go depending on what kind of wall. Good, okay. So, you know these mosaic sheet things? I'll show you what I mean. Hang on. Actually, let's do it on there. Then I can actually show you on stream. Hang on, I'm just going to pull it up and then I'll share the screen with you to show you. Because I was looking at these today and they're really nice. I really, really like them. Yeah, I don't want them as a border. I actually want to put them between my countertops. Sorry, I couldn't click on the link while I was stepping. Right. Now these are supposedly peel and stick. Okay. But I really like them. Now, a couple of people have said that if you use them in an area, say like near your kettle or in your bathroom, I am still stepping, okay, that the adhesive doesn't last very, very good, okay? So what I want to know is, can I give them a little bit of a boost with some like wallpaper paste? Would that work? Because that would look fucking awesome in my kitchen. Yeah, well, yeah, but I was thinking just wallpaper paste. You know? See, it just says peel and stick backsplash for kitchen, self-adhesive stick on tiles, 3D tile stick of a bathroom, and you get 6 in a pack. They are vinyl, made of vinyl material, waterproof, oil-proof, heat-resistant, easy to clean, easy to cut. How heavy? Not very. They're 11 by 10 inches, and they're only like a couple of mil thick. Doesn't say how heavy they are. There is tile paste you buy from the hardware store. Do we have that here, guys? Do we know? Alright, okay, I'll have to go and see them whether I can find any. Because I really like that. And I've got like dark blue countertops. My kitchen is white cupboards with dark blue countertops, and that would go really, really well. And you don't have to grout in between because it's you know, you just stick them on. It's not like those mosaic tiles where you've got to grout in between each little fucking tile that's about an inch square. You know? So I'm sort of quite tempted. Hello, All Crafty. Ah, nice timing. You had some of those in your camper last year and they've stuck very well. Yeah, the issue I've got, right, because camper walls are very, very different. My house is £25 for a pack of 4, I think, or is that a pack of 6? $26.99 for a pack of 6. So quite pricey. 2 sheets probably for about £7, I would imagine. Yeah, I will look up the go. The issue I've got, All Crafty, is my walls are really dry, and I'm talking like stupendously dry. Okay, you hang a picture with a picture hook and it will fall out the wall because the walls are so dry. Really, I could do with having my entire house stripped and replastered because the walls are so fucking dry. Like, I'm talking the Sahara is wetter than my house, except in the bathroom where it's damp. I suppose I could buy a single pack, couldn't I? They do them in a pack with 2 sheets. And that's $11.99 plus $1.99 delivery, which seems really, really dumb. When the 4 sheets is only $17.99, and you get free delivery on that, and I get 12% off. So no, it wouldn't behoove me to buy. No, they don't do a single sample sheet. I really like them, and you can cut them down so that they fit around your doohickeys, you know, your cabinets and all that lot. But looking through the ratings, a lot of people have said they don't stick very well, especially not in an area where it might be damp. So if you're putting them near your kettle or you've got them in your bathroom, that they could start to peel. And that's why I was wondering, could I just give them a little bit of extra help with some wallpaper paste? You know, slap some wallpaper paste on the back of each tile and onto the wall. Would that work? And the trouble is, I can't go to the tile shops and that, or the shops that sell all stuff like that, because they're shut. Everywhere like that is shut because they're not essential. Well, B&Q might be open, I suppose, mightn't it? Is B&Q open? We're tier 4 now. Yeah. Time's up. Oh, God for that. I'm not quite there, but I only need less than 500 steps. Give me a rest before anybody redeems any more, for fuck's sake. I need to sit for a sec because my back hurts. Oh, boobs. Not quite. There we go. B&Q are open. Might do that then. Might do that. And plus, I'm quite visual, so although I can work out that the 6-pack will like cover, what was it, 3 square meters or just under 3 square meters, I'll be able to work it out better if I've actually got a couple of those tiles that I could go, look. You've hung wallpaper before. I'm not really sure wallpaper glue would work. See, why not? Because wallpaper paste will hold just about any kind of wallpaper you use, and some wallpaper is really heavy, isn't it? And it's got its own adhesive, those tiles. I just thought it might give it a little bit of extra. But then Rita says you can get like a tile glue, but she's in foreign lands. She's over in the States, so I don't know if that's a thing that we have here. It actually says surface recommendation floor, but I think that's wrong because everybody's got it on the walls. See if I can find out how much they weigh. You're looking on B&Q now. Cool, thank you. Item weight 290 grams. I'm assuming that's for an entire package. That can't be each square. I think that, yeah, that's for the 4 sheets. So just under 300 grams for 4 sheets. So what, about 108, 80 grams per, is that right? No, that's not right, is it? Yeah, no, that's about right, isn't it? 70 grams, something like that. So they're quite heavy then. But first of all, I would have to get my because the kitchen's partially tiled, but they're horrible, and I would have to remove those and get the wall sorted, replastered first. I mean, the first one I looked at is stunning, and it's this one. I really like that, but that's not going to go with my blue worktops. I was like, oh, they're so pretty and it's purple. Yeah. I was like, oh my God. But I've got dark blue worktop and I think that's going to clash. So, yeah. Paint the worktop. Yeah, it's tempting. It's tempting. Oh, can you get tile adhesive? Yeah, you can. It recommends no more nails, actually. Rapid Set Flexible Tile Adhesive. There you go. Sponsored. NAS boards. Wood floor adhesive. Tile adhesive. Flexible rapid set. You can have standard set, flexible set. I suppose that's for your shitty walls like mine. Fix and grout. So I don't need a grout one because it's the tiles do that for you. Do you know what I mean? I literally just want to be able to stick my tiles up. Yes, you can buy tile adhesive. Or I could just buy no nails and be done with it. Which might actually be fucking cheaper. Go around the outside and just go on the walls. I love no more nails. It's great stuff. But I do need to take out the original tiles because there are crappy brown tiles in there first. Yeah, no more nails. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And it's like a fraction of the price. So they've got one for wood, ceramic, metals, and then one for mirrors and stuff. So yeah, I might look into that. But yeah, I need to take out the tiles I've got in there first, which means holes in my wall. So I'm gonna have to get a plasterer or plaster it myself and then just get somebody to come out and skim it, which I probably will do actually. I need to talk to my neighbour Gary because my neighbour Gary does shit like that. He's been what do you call it on the outside? Repointing. He's been repointing the house. My camera's in the wrong place. He's been repointing the house. Yeah, ours doesn't. It doesn't. They only have a couple and they don't have those ones. Yes, I could, but I want to tile beyond the area that's already tiled. And I don't want the jog on the walls, do you know what I mean? Because the way it is at the moment, it's only been tiled between the counter and the cupboard above it. So the entire backsplash where the cooker hood is, that hasn't been done. It's only been done up so far. It's also broken off, so it doesn't even go all the way up. It goes up so far and then it's broken off where the previous kitchen was. Yeah, we just didn't remove the tiles when we had the kitchen replaced. And I want to do it so that it looks like I've tiled the entire room up to the halfway point or up to the bottom of the cupboards, but I want it to look like that around the entire room. There's not an awful lot of extra wall space that would need to be tiled, but I don't want that, you know, I don't want it to sort of jog where I want to take the original tiles off and have the wall all one level. That's what I'm planning anyway. So that's the idea. That camera makes my psoriasis look fucking awful. Yeah, my worktops are kind of like the same colour as my nails actually. That really dark blue. Because I went and had my nails done yesterday and they're super duper long. And fuck knows when we're going to be able to get them done again. So I'm going to figure out how to get these off myself in about another month. If I haven't broken them all by then. Right. Who wants to redeem 5 minutes a step? Go on, while I'm in the mood. I'll do another 5 minutes. And then collapse in a heap. Nice one, Vic. Could I just file them into a different shape? Oh, what the net? My brain was still on tiles and I was like, No, because as they grow, I'll have big gaps in the bottom and then eventually they'll become tip heavy. And where they're acrylic tips anyway, I don't have files to do that. So I'll probably just take them off. So, right. Are we ready for 5-minute steps? Get up. We're going to do 5 minutes of steps. Yes, crack on and file the tiles, yeah. It's amazing what vodka do for you, isn't it? But it's like, my mum keeps saying, oh yeah, you know, we'll get on and we'll do your kitchen and we'll do this and we'll do that. And then she's like, oh yeah, I'm going to have the big house totally redecorated. And I'm like, lovely, I've only been waiting 5 years to get my fucking kitchen redecorated since it was redone. So I've got brand new units, pardon me. Brand new units, worktops, you know, beautiful floor, and shit walls. Because the walls haven't been redone. It's the same in my bathroom. You know, I've got the old tiles and the old wallpaper up there. But I've got a brand new floor and a brand new bathroom suite. So where the old one was ripped out, I've got gaps around the sink and around the toilet. Because the tiles don't go all the way up. Because the new toilet and the new sink is smaller than the old one. Now, I've had an idea on that one. I was thinking about getting some, just some grout and just filling in the gap. So, because the tiles are white anyway. So I thought if I just fill in the gap, it's not a huge amount. It's like that much on the top of the sink and then about that much down either side. It's just down the side and then around the toilet, the top of the toilet. So I thought if I just get some grout and put it in and smooth it, I can get away with that. It will look better than it does instead of having a fucking hole. That was my idea for the bathroom. And then the bathroom I can get away with calling that more or less done. Vodka, you're into J&D there. Can't I? I can get away with saying, right, that's about done then, isn't it really? But the kitchen needs a lot of work. And it pisses me off that I've got this really, really nice new kitchen. Even after 5 years, it is still to me is new. It's white and it looks clean and it looks lovely. But because my sister is a messy fucking bitch, the walls are disgusting. So I want to tile what I can and paint the rest. And I'm going to have to pay to do it because my mum's all like, oh, well, you know, I want to get this place done. And I'm like, you've been renovating and redecorating this house for the past 5 fucking years. But everything that I want doing gets bumped down. You know? It's like she's got this thing where every time we get a new tenant, their room has to be completely redecorated when they move out. And I'm like, why? You know? It's like she's just paid to have one of my kids' rooms redecorated. He didn't need it redecorating. Oh yeah, let's just get somebody in and we'll just, you know, we've had them strip off a load of paint, load of paper, you know, had the walls replastered and sealed and painted. They didn't need replastering. I know they don't because I know what the walls are like. It's awful looking at things that need doing you can't do yourself. Your kitchen needs a fair bit of work and it's just not going to happen anytime soon. Yeah, and it's like I was saying earlier on, I really hope I didn't piss Sam off. When you take the risk to DIY it, if you screw it up, you've then got to pay for somebody to come fix it. And that's even more money. You know, if you're not very good at DIY, and I'm not, then, you know, but even I can stick tiles on the wall, she says. Right, I've just hit my step goal. So when this 5 minutes is up, I'm done. I'm not doing any more. Yeah. Well, there's a lot that I can't do because of my back, you know. So yeah. I mean, I wallpapered most of this house when we moved back in, and then we bought kittens, and the little fuckers ruined it. It all needs redoing again, but I can't afford to do it. So that's one reason why we swapped the rooms around, because every wall in this room that was within the cat's reach, they scratched. You know, little jerks. But I also want to repaint my lounge, because that they didn't go in there because that was a storage room at the time. So I want to repaint that in the summer. I just want my house to look a bit better, that's all. So, but I'm not doing anything until the weather's better and I can have the doors and that open, because it's going to make a heck of a mess when I start smashing tiles off the wall in the kitchen. And I want to be able... There you go, done. I want to be able to... if anybody redeems any more, it's going to get ignored, just so you're aware. Yeah, plus the smell of the paint. But yeah, it's going to be dusty, isn't it? Breaking the tiles off, because I know some of the plaster's going to come off with it. Excuse me. I'm sat down now, you cow. I'm going to stretch my seat. Oh, that feels really nice, actually. It's going to be very, very dusty doing that. So I will want to have the door open. Ooh. I hate that my chair rocks because I feel like I'm going to fall off, you know. Yeah, I'll want the back door open, because the kitchen steps right out into the back garden. Open the back door when I do it, and then hopefully most of the dust will go outside and not in the house. I'm ever hopeful. So, and then if I paint as well, like you say, the hardest thing if I paint it is, because I want to paint the lounges to have Daryl not touch the walls, I'd have to paint it in the evening and then go to bed. Or come in here. I don't know. We'll see. I'll figure something out. So, yes, we will figure something out. My background? What, here? That's just my Calyx unit full of junk. Yeah, right. Have you seen Daryl? You need a new kitchen and bathroom because you rent. You can't do anything. No, I know. That's a bit of a shit, isn't it? I mean, quite frankly, if I had tenants and they went, look, we're going to pay to get the bathroom done, I'd be like, yay! You go for it. You know, I'll knock some money off your rent for a bit. But... Hello, oh, my word. Nuda? I have no idea how you pronounce that. Welcome to my channel. How you doing? You were supposed to get some this year, but COVID, oh, yeah. Ooh, I'm worn out now. Council told you were getting new kitchens in 2015, then 2020, so you didn't decorate, even though it desperately needed it when you moved in. Now they're saying no plans to do kitchens at all. It's like, nuke die. Okay. I will forget that. Okay, just to warn you. So don't be offended if I forget that, because I have a really crap memory. Okay, but I just pinged my stitch marker. But I will do my best. Fuck. I have to go get some more. Oh, so does I assume your kitchen badly needs it then, does it, Rig? Being as it's council, and I know what they're like. Yeah, excuse me. Why is my passcode required? You know what my passcode is. Yay! Sinky, sinky. Previous tenants, heavy smell. Ugh. Obviously cooked everything in fat. Yeah. See, that's the issue I had in that kitchen when we took the old kitchen out ourselves. Because we thought there's no way we're going to pay B&Q to do it. You know. So we took the old kitchen out, and touching it made me heave. It really did. Because the units were just disgusting. And greasy, you know. Oh, excuse me. That's all the cola I've drunk. And I was so pissed off because the kitchen was only put in just before I moved out of here in 1998. So there was a new kitchen in here when I moved out, and when I moved back in, it had been trashed. You just had your kitchen redone. Oven was put in only 2 days before Christmas. Wow. Still waiting for the wall tiling, but the business is now disbanded. Oh, man. That sucks. Yeah, we were just talking about tiles that I want to put up in my kitchen. So I had the kitchen redone sort of 5 odd years ago. I've got a new kitchen. Well, it's now 5 years old, but I want to tile it, you know. So, well, that's not right, is it? Must be on 31. Having work done over Christmas is not fun. Your mum ordered so many samples, you can make mosaic with what charge you got. Lovely. That's what I would do. Five, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm on my 31. It's nice when it all matches up. My thumb just went click. Thanks for the Instagram follow, Lemonlicious. If you're still here, that is. Whew. I'll go sleep now. I won't. It's me going, I'll go to sleep, and I know I won't. This is a bit bittersweet actually that we're starting this sock challenge tomorrow, because I'm about halfway through this blanket now, and I'm like, I'm on a roll. I want to keep going. I don't want to put it down. But then I'm also like, socks. You want to cast on now? You've only got an hour and 15 minutes to wait. Have you wound the yarn? Because you could do that. You could wind the yarn and get it all ready if you haven't yet wound it. And if you've wound your A yarn, you might as well go ahead and wind your B yarn. And then that'll give you something to do for the next sort of 10 minutes. It doesn't need winding, it's already in balls. Skein it up and then wind it. I'm sure it needs redoing. Rewind it anyway. So it's in centre pull balls or something. I don't know. I'm trying to help here. You're not cooperating. Not fully set up your new page yet. Yeah, no, I haven't either. I've done my cover page and that's it. When the rest of the paper arrives, I will turn it into a book for you on stream so you can watch and ask me questions. Because you were saying this morning you didn't know how I did that. You're going to love the cover that I've chosen to do for it. It's pretty. I've had to put it away though because it was getting a bit tatty sitting on my desk. Right, we're on star, row 33, that one, okay. Yeah, 2, 4, 6. It's gone wrong there somewhere. Well. That's because I'm on row 31, not row 33. Because I'm a dick. So I was right. Haha. Yeah, I've penciled in my cover page and that's it for the whole year. So I'm like, okay. Just can't be bothered. I have to sit down and do it tomorrow. So I think that's going to be tomorrow's job. I haven't set up next week because I don't have like the month sorted out, you know, all the trackers and that. So I'm going to have to get all that sorted out tomorrow. So I think we'll get up, we'll have breakfast, we'll go for a walk. Then come home. Wrong. And I can get on and do setup. think I am going to call it a night at the end of this row. Mainly because my back hurts sitting in this chair. So you come down off cloud 9 yet then? After this morning? You made me cry this morning. You were so excited and so happy. Nope. Oh dear. So, is it yours then? Is the prize yours? Or do you have to spend it on the store? Misty was asleep. Oh dear. Oh, they're woken her up. Unfortunately, they're going to be going off the next hour or so, aren't they, I think? Excuse me. It's for you. Wow. That's brilliant. Fab New Year bonus then for everybody. I know some people around here, they said that theirs was going off, frightening the dogs and that, you know. Yeah, I bet you are. It was brilliant. Your face was a picture. What's going off in the house behind you an hour ago? Oh, bless. How old is he? My youngest is 6 and couldn't give a shit about fireworks. Funny, isn't it? He's excited when he sees them, but they won't wake him up when they all go off at midnight. Which, you know, they're bound to do, aren't they? Ow. Oh, right. 4. Oh, bless. He stays up late. Yeah, my son, he goes to sleep round about 9:30, 10 o'clock. He actually fell asleep quite early tonight, which I was quite surprised about. So, that's right, Nelly. But yeah, I'm going to be casting on my socks tomorrow. Probably not until evening time. I am considering a stream. Just while I cast them on. Pug, are you about? If so, Vic wants to play Among Us. Yeah. It'll be about the same. It'll be about normal time. So yeah, I might come on tomorrow. To oh, he's overwatching. To just to cast them on really, because I haven't got much else on. Going to the new year knitting. Fantastic. I'll be knitting. I've had enough streaming. I need to move into a more comfortable chair because my back aches. So I doubt I'll be watching because I need to go back in the other room. I hurt. But there we go. Anyway, is there anybody on? Who can we raid? So look. And to you, Nelly. Have a good new year. Income, however, you know, you've seen it in, if you're bothering. Some people do, don't they? Well, if there's no one on, should we go and raid Vic? Is Vic on still? Is he staying on? He's not going to disappear if I get there, is he? Well, don't tell him then, and we'll go in and raid him. Good. We're going to go and raid a Viking, chaps. Oh, he's seen you. You said that. When I do raids, do I have to do the @ symbol before the name? Does anybody know? I can never remember. Oh, fuck it. Try it without. See what happens. No, you don't. Right. Take it easy. I will probably be back tomorrow. For those of you, if you fancy casting on some socks for the ABC challenge. Okay? Yes, I know it does. Take it easy. Love you all. See you all in the new year. Thanks for the follow. Bye-bye.